Join me as I dive deep into the chilling case of JonBenet Ramsey and try to uncover if her murderer is still out there. On Christmas morning in 1996, the Ramsey family home in Boulder, Colorado, was filled with holiday cheer. JonBenet Ramsey, just 6 years old, was the family's youngest member. She had been a lively, radiant child with blonde curls and a love for performing. As a child beauty queen, JonBenet had participated in numerous pageants, capturing the hearts of many with charm and poise. But by the next morning, the joy of Christmas would turn into an unimaginable tragedy that shocked the nation and left the world asking, who killed JonBenet Ramsey? The nightmare began on December 26, 1996. At 5:52 a.m., JonBenet's mother, Patsy Ramsey, made a frantic 911 call. She reported that her daughter was missing and that she had found a handwritten ransom note on the stairs. The note demanded $118,000 for JonBenet's safe return, warning the family not to involve the police or risk the child's life. The sum was peculiar; it matched the exact amount of John Ramsey's recent work bonus. Despite the warning, Patsy called the police immediately. Officers arrived within minutes, but from the start, the investigation was riddled with critical errors. The house was not properly secured as a crime scene. Friends and neighbors were allowed to enter, walk around, and even clean parts of the home, contaminating potential evidence. By mid-morning, JonBenet's father, John, along with a family friend, was instructed to search the house for anything unusual. In the basement, John discovered his daughter's lifeless body. She was covered with a blanket, her mouth duct-taped, her wrists loosely tied with a cord, and a garrote fashioned from a broken paintbrush handle was around her neck. The sight of JonBenet's body devastated everyone present. John carried her upstairs, further disturbing the crime scene, and placed her on the floor in the living room. The emotional turmoil was overwhelming, but this action destroyed valuable forensic evidence. Law enforcement, already struggling with a high-profile case, was now dealing with a compromised crime scene. The autopsy revealed horrific details. JonBenet had died from asphyxiation caused by strangulation, combined with a severe blow to the head that fractured her skull. There were signs of possible sexual assault, though this was never definitively confirmed. Her death was ruled a homicide, and the garrote used in the strangulation suggested it was a calculated act, not a crime of passion or opportunity. The ransom note itself became a major focus of the investigation. It was oddly long, 3 pages, and written on paper found inside the house. Handwriting experts suggested the author might have been female, and some believe Patsy Ramsey could have written it. However, no conclusive evidence linked her or anyone else to the note. The language in the note was peculiar, referencing a small foreign faction and including phrases like victory, which seemed theatrical and out of place. Many investigators believe the note was staged to mislead authorities. As the investigation unfolded, the Ramsey family found themselves under intense scrutiny. To many, the evidence seemed to point inward. How could an intruder have entered the house undetected? Why was there no sign of forced entry? The amount of the ransom demanded raised eyebrows, as it was such an oddly specific number tied to John Ramsey's finances. Additionally, the family's behavior drew suspicion. The Ramseys hired lawyers immediately and refused to cooperate fully with police on their terms, opting instead to speak through prearranged interviews and public appearances. These actions led to public speculation that the family was hiding something. The media frenzy was relentless. JonBenet's beauty pageant photos, showing her in makeup, elaborate costumes, and styled hair, were plastered across newspapers and TV screens. The portrayal of JonBenet as a child beauty queen added another layer of intrigue and controversy to the case. People were fascinated and horrified, leading to a flood of theories and accusations. Some believed the Ramseys were protecting someone in the family. Others thought a stranger, possibly someone obsessed with JonBenet's pageant career, had broken into the house and committed the crime. In 1999, a grand jury reviewed the evidence and voted to indict John and Patsy Ramsey for child abuse resulting in JonBenet's death, alleging they allowed her to be in a dangerous situation. However, the district attorney declined to press charges, citing insufficient evidence to guarantee a conviction. This decision further deepened the divide between the public, the media, and law enforcement, leaving the case in limbo. Years passed, and the investigation shifted focus. In 2002, the Boulder District Attorney's Office took over the case and began exploring the theory of an intruder. In 2003, forensic testing revealed DNA evidence from JonBenet's clothing that belonged to an unknown male. This discovery effectively cleared the Ramsey family of any involvement. However, critics of the intruder theory pointed out that the DNA sample was minuscule and could have come from a factory worker or someone unrelated to the crime. The case became a symbol of the flaws in criminal investigations and the challenges of solving high-profile crimes. Meanwhile, the Ramseys faced ongoing public suspicion. Patsy Ramsey, who bore the brunt of much of the criticism, passed away in 2006 from ovarian cancer. She maintained her innocence until the end. In recent years, advancements in DNA technology have brought new hope. Forensic genetic genealogy, a technique used to solve cases like the Golden State Killer, has emerged as a game changer. In 2024, John Ramsey called on the Boulder Police Department to re-examine the evidence using this cutting-edge method. He believes that items like JonBenet's clothing, the garrote, and other materials from the crime scene could yield new information. A meeting is scheduled for early 2025 between John, the police, and independent genetic experts to discuss the potential for further testing. The Boulder Police Department has stated that they remain committed to solving the case. Despite the passage of time, they continue to work with federal and state agencies to review evidence and pursue leads. The upcoming meeting represents a significant opportunity to use modern science to finally uncover the truth. JonBenet's murder has haunted the public for nearly 3 decades. Her image, bright-eyed and full of promise, remains etched in the minds of many. The combination of her beauty pageant background, her family's prominence, and the bizarre details of the crime make her story unforgettable. Documentaries, books, and podcasts continue to analyze and speculate on what really happened that Christmas night. As 2025 approaches, the renewed focus on the case has sparked cautious optimism. Could forensic technology finally identify the killer? John Ramsey, now in his 80s, remains determined to find justice for his daughter. "I don't want to leave this earth without knowing who did this," he has said. JonBenet Ramsey's story is not just a tale of tragedy but also a testament to the relentless pursuit of truth. While the answers have eluded investigators for nearly 30 years, the hope remains that one day, her killer will be brought to justice. Thank you for watching. If you found this story compelling, don't forget to like this video, share your thoughts in the comments below, and subscribe to our channel for more true crime stories. See you in the next video.